Hello, Cricket Lingstead here, my third video for buyers and folks thinking of buying a home. So in my prior videos, I talked about how you need to increase your FICO score, improve your credit score, save for your down payment, and then you need to find a good mortgage lender or mortgage advisor, as well as find a very good real estate agent and advocate for you. Now I want to talk a little more about what you really need for your transaction. So I want to focus on, in this one, finding out what your must-haves are for a home, explaining closing costs and saving for closing costs, and then touring neighborhoods. So at this point, hopefully you've done your homework, you've gotten things to a point where you've saved quite a bit for your down payment, you've got your FICO score improved, but you also will need to save for your closing costs. And what those are, you're going to want inspections, a whole home inspection, pest inspection, septic inspection. Depending on if you're buying city property versus country property, there's a whole slew of inspections you'll want to do to make sure you know through and through what you're purchasing in your home, what's wrong with it, what's good with it. And you'll need to save money for all those inspections. They can vary, and you'll want to save at least $1,000 aside just for that. Now, your closing costs, those are escrow, title fees, taxes, insurance, things you have to pay up front before you can close the transaction. Some of this stuff, including inspections, are all negotiable. Everything in real estate is negotiable. If you have both sides of the party agreeing, then you have a contract and you have agreement, but everything is negotiable. There are even some loans like VA loan, veteran loans, where the buyer is not required to pay any closing costs whatsoever, and it actually is required that the seller pay for those. So everything's open for negotiation, but you'll want to be prepared if you're going with a conventional loan or FHA loan to, pay for your inspections and pay for your closing costs. Closing costs, again, vary, and there are programs that will help pay for those closing costs in California and in some counties and cities. So you'll want to ask your lender about those programs, but it's ideal to save at least $5,000 for your closing costs. And again, everything's negotiable. The other thing is, make sure you write down a good list of must-haves, what things you really absolutely want in a house. It's got to be, a one-story, can't have stairs, or has to be a 4-bedroom, not a 3-bedroom. Or, the things that are nice to have. So a swimming pool maybe is nice to have, or living on a green belt is nice to have. But these things are helpful to your agent and really honing in on the right perfect property for you. And then lastly, you'll want to start touring some of the neighborhoods at different times of the day, different days of the week, and talk to the neighbors walking their dogs there and ask them, how do they like living there? These are all important things and steps to take in your process of buying a home. And on to the next video.